Hi there, Dr. Nick Jensen here from Divine Elements Naturopathic. I'm here coming to you live from Revita, and we're going to talk a little bit more about omega-3 fats and omega-6 fats. And the reason I'm so excited about them is because understanding more about fat intake and what it means to take in healthy fats will have a huge effect on how your hormones operate, on how your skin heals, on how your brain works, and so on and so forth. So it's a really vital topic. And if we think that every cell in our body, the vast majority of what makes up that cell is the healthy fat and also the proteins and other things that are a part of the cell. But the fat content that makes up the cell membrane is critical. And so in our modern culture here with everybody jumping on the next and greatest high-dose fish oil, we're creating a real problem in our ratios. And so to look, I'm going to share some numbers with you to put some omega-6 to omega-3 ratios in perspective. So in fact, our brain is 100-to-1 ratio of omega-6 to omega-3. Okay, and everyone's told to increase your fish oil so we can get more DHA, which is an eicosanoid that's an active form of our fish oil that we get from fish oil, and it's given in order to improve brain function. Well, knowing that our brain is 100-to-1 omega-6 to omega-3, that fish oil plays a actually really small role in the overall picture of our brain. So the fact is that of that omega-3 component, only 14% is actually from DHA. Now, there's another fat called arachidonic acid, which is considered to be a pro-inflammatory fat. Well, that makes up 10% of the brain. So we're talking about a very small difference between a pro-inflammatory fat and a fish oil fat in the form of DHA. So fascinating information. Now, our skin is 100% omega-6 fat. Our muscle makes up, Muscle is 6.5 omega-6 to omega-3. And the body as a whole is 11-to-1 on average ratio between omega-6 to omega-3. So are we in fact omega-3 deficient, or do we just have a lot of bad omega-6 in our diet? Well, the latter is true. The problem is that we're getting way too many oils into our diet that are GMO, that have Roundup and other pesticides that are sprayed onto the crops, and then we're extracting the oils from that. So a lot of the fats that we're getting in are toxic. On top of that, a lot of the fats are oxidized, and so we're taking in oxidized oils into try to create these healthy cell membranes, and it's not doing anything except for creating more inflammation. So the problem isn't necessarily we're getting too little omega-3, the problem is we're getting too much bad omega-6. And when we over-supplement with these omega-3 derivatives in the form of fish oil, we're not doing anything for the structure of our cells. As I just said, most of the structures in our body are omega-6 in a much higher contrast to omega-3. So supplementing in a whole bunch of extra omega-3 is not the answer. So here's the thing, is that what we need to do is if we're going to take a supplement, we have to start looking at what supplements are actually supporting a healthier ratio between omega-6 and omega-3. And secondarily, stop putting so much emphasis on omega-3. And sort of one last little thing to leave you with here is that why is fish oil important? Fish oil actually serves as a role as a protective antifreeze mechanism for fish, so they can live in colder temperature waters. And when we take in this fish oil that's meant to be operating in a fish's body at say 35 degrees Fahrenheit, we take it into a 98 degree Fahrenheit body. Guess what? That oil oxidizes and it becomes a pro-inflammatory fat. It's mind-blowing. I used to tell everybody, get onto fish oils. So here's the thing, is as a doctor, there's so much new information coming. And so we have to do our best to deliver the best and latest information out to each individual. And understanding that our whole health depends on the foundation of healthy cells, we have to start to look at how we're supplementing in our fats, how we're getting our fats out of our diet. And if we don't change these really important ratios and try to over-supplement with these really high levels of omega-3, we're actually putting ourselves at a greater risk for more inflammation, because our body just can't deal with all of that extra derivative form of fish oil. So I'm going to leave a podcast with Dr. Pompa and an amazing researcher named Dr. Brian Peskin. If you want to learn more about this, look below. And the message to all of you is start to look at quality omega-6 fats. How do you get more of those guys into the diet? Because they vastly make up the majority of our cells and organs in our tissues. So that's all I've got for today. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you soon.